This is Frida. Welcome to my channel. For today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to knit a hat out of the stitch. I will put the link below. I started this scarf and I thought, oh, this is going to be nice. So I have one ball left and it's about 100 gram, about 4 ounces, I believe, 3 or 4 ounces. So I'm going to make a hat to match the scarf. And as you can see, I call this the fake brioche stitch. This stitch has been knit on anything that you can imagine, mostly Aran sweaters. It has been used on ribs and baby blankets, cardigans. You can knit this on anything you want. And it is reversible. I would highly recommend this for baby blankets, especially for boys. And this gives you the men look. So it's really hard what to use on a stitch for men, scarves, hats. So I thought this would be perfect for a, can you see the color change? For a hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to knit a hat with the stitch. Super easy. It's going to be knit back and forth. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to cast on a total of 69 stitches on a 5 millimeter knitting needle. It's a US 8. And I will cast on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have cast on a total of 69 stitches and I'm going to start knitting. And as I said, this is a multiple of 4 plus 1. So anything you can knit with 4 times and then add the 1 stitch. So the first 3 stitches are purl and the 4th stitch is a knit, and we repeat this all the way to the end. And at the end we will have 2 knits, and then we knit the 2 stitches, and then when you knit the next row you repeat it over and over, and I will show you. So again, it's 3 knit purlwise, and then the 4th knit stitch is a knit stitch. Okay, sometimes the camera gets blurry, doesn't focus for some reason. 2, 3 purl, 1 knit. I am not I don't have luck with the cameras for some reason, and I do get comments that I have did tutorials years ago that it's blurry. I'm sorry, I can't change that, but I'm trying to do my best, so I do apologize for the blurry. So I'm going to repeat this all the way to the end. Again, 3 purl, 1 knit. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 knit, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so the last stitch, we're almost at the end here. So I am purling 2, 3, and the last stitch is going to be a knit stitch. So I'm just going to knit them just like this. And always at the end you will have 2 knit stitches. This is the way this stitch has to be to create this lovely look. So when I turn my work, I automatically knit 3 purl. I don't knit because it gives you that nice edge, the first stitches. So 2, 3, and then the 4th is a knit stitch. So again, 1, 2, 3. Then again the 4th is a knit stitch. So I will continue knitting this about 10 inches long, and then we will start doing the decrease, and after doing the decrease we will sew up, finish the hat. Super easy. Okay, and then I will meet you at the end after knitting about 10 inches tall. Okay, so I have been knitting and it's almost 9 inches. So in centimeter, it's about 22 centimeter. I have been knitting back and forth non-stop. So now I am going to start doing the decrease, and we're going to do that for a couple of rows. Okay, so I am going to start doing the decrease, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide this. When I do that, it gives a nice edge. Okay, so for the first 2 stitches, these are knit stitches, purl stitches, so I'm going to knit them two together. And the next is a knit stitch. Going to knit this one, and again there's 2 knits, so I am getting rid of these. So what I'm doing is I'm knitting 1 stitch, purling 1 stitch, and then knitting these 2 together. So I'm going to be continue doing this all the way to the end. So I'm knitting 1, purling 1, and then these 2 stitches, there were 3 purls, right? So I am getting rid of one of the purl. So I will continue knit and I will meet you at the end. So this is decrease row 1. Okay, so I'm at the end. I did my knit stitch, my purl stitch. So I am going to knit these purl stitches together, just like this. So I'm getting rid of 1 stitch at the end. And here I'm just going to knit these two, knit 1, and then. So row 2, decreasing row 2, I am going to continue doing my decrease. Okay, so I'm going to knit these as I see. Okay, here's 2 purl stitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of 1. So I'm going to knit those 2 together. Okay, so here's a knit stitch, and then I'm going to knit these 2 stitches together purlwise, knit 1. So this is all I'm doing. At the beginning I don't do the decrease because it won't look good when we do the decrease, so it's always nice to do it in the middle. So knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together. So I will continue doing row 2, the decrease, and this is how it looks like, and I will see you at the end. Okay, I'm at the end again, at the end of the row. So what I did is I knit 1, and I'm going to knit these 2 together, just like this. And these last 2 stitches, I'm going to knit them individually, just like this. So we're done row 2, the decrease, and you will notice that you have less stitches on the needle. So for row 3 decrease, what we're going to do is I'm going to again knit these 2 stitches, and then what I'm going to do is, doesn't matter if you knit or purl, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these stitches, just like this, as you can see. Okay, so we got rid of 1 stitch. So the next stitch I'm going to knit, and then these, it doesn't matter if you knit or purl together. So what I do is I'm going to knit 1 stitch and then knit 2 together, so we get rid of 1 stitch. Okay, so I'm going to purl this one because it looks like a purl, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the 2 stitches, 1 stitch, so I'm going to knit 2 together, and the next one I'm going to knit. The knits, what I do is what I see I knit. So I get rid of 1, and I'm knitting 1. So I will continue doing this row 3 all the way to the end, and I will meet you at the end of the row. So knit 1, knit 2 together. Okay, so again I'm at the end of the row and I did a knit, so I'm going to knit these 2 together, just like this, and I'm going to knit and then knit the last stitch. Okay, so we finished row 3. decrease. Now we're going to do the last row. So 4 rows of decreases, and it gives you that nice shape on the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna knit these, knit 1, knit 2. So here what I'm going to do is I am going to knit these 2 together, and then I'm going to knit 2 stitches. I'm going to knit 2 together, and I am going to knit 2 stitches, knit 2 together. So this way I'm not getting rid of doing the decrease all at once, and I'm trying to do them in 4 rows just to give that nice look, that crown look. And we're almost done. Okay, knit 2, knit 2 together, knit 2. Okay, so I'm gonna knit 1 just because I want the 2 stitches knit. I'll knit these 2 together, and then I will knit these, and we're done. This is all we do. So I am going to use the technique to sew it up. Okay, because it's a rib, it's one of the rib stitch family. It will look small, but it will stretch a lot. That's what we want, right? Okay, so I'm going to cut my yarn, and then with the tapestry needle. Okay, I think this would be enough, because I'm going to be sewing it. Okay, so, and I will use, I have a little bit yarn left over. I will use the rest to finish up the scarf. So one at a time, I'm going to move the stitches just like this. Well, 3 at a time would work, I guess. Just like this. And the 2 sides are same, so you can pick which one you want, inside or outside. And then we can sew the side just like this. Ta-da! Okay, now I'm going to pull this nice and tightly, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the other side. I think this part is nice when I look at it, because this has pearls. This has more of the knit stitch. Okay, so I'm going to tighten it as I can. Then I'm going to go back and forth. Maybe sew it inside, yeah. Just like this. And then I'm going to get rid of this hole here. Just pull it as tight as we can. And I'm just going to go a couple of times back and forth just to get rid of that hole, because I don't like. You can put a pom-pom if you don't like holes like me. And then, see, ta-da, it's gone. Okay, so I usually do the mattress stitch, and what I do is I grab like this and I go to the other side, and I come back and I pull it, so I grab the 2 like the V's here, and I do that all the way. So I will continue sewing it up, and I'll be right back to show you how the end result looks. Okay, so I finished the hat, and this is how it looks like. So it's gonna match the scarf that I'm knitting. So this is going to be perfect. Okay, let me try to put it on the mannequin and show it to you. Okay, I tried it on my head already and it fits perfectly. I know it looks so tiny, but it does stretch, so I would highly recommend this stitch to be knit. And this is how it looks like. It's even slouchy for this mannequin. So I hope you like this tutorial. I just wanted to share you how to knit the fake brioche, and the texture is just fantastic. Happy